Good morning, everybody. It's nice and cold this morning. It's currently -2. As you can see right there, it's a cold one today. But we've only got one job today because we need to pick up parts for the Vauxhall Corsa all the way in Arundel. This is a Volkswagen Golf and it needs an oil cooler replacement. We've been here, I think, about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? We need to replace the oil cooler because it's leaking coolant, so that's no good. It's all the way here. So this is the 1.6 TDI. That's what we gotta do, man. So yeah, let's get started. Try getting the warm as fast as we can. Right, so at the moment we're just removing the throttle body. We've removed the rest of the stuff like the boost pipe and stuff, but I'm sure that some of you guys will say, oh, there's a quicker way to do it. Please comment it down below just so that I know next time. That'll be nice. I'm not a VW guy, so, but I know I need to remove the boost pipe though to access one of the oil cooler pipe bolts. So it's a joy working with bad cars, says no one. Anyway, here we had to remove the throttle body, boost pipes and secondary water pump pipes to get access to the oil cooler bolts. Once the bolts are out, all we had to do was to play a little bit of Tetris to get it out, and what a surprise. That is where it's leaking from. There she is, look. The gasket was broke up in many places, so let's get cleaning. By the way, we did not provide this part. It's actually the customers, and as you can see, the finest oil in the world. So obviously for whenever you replace gaskets and stuff like that, the mating surface needs to be as clean as possible. Sandpaper would do. That way the gasket can seal it properly. So give it the best clean that you can. It is common for older VAG 1.6 to 2 litre TDI to have cracked gaskets for the oil cooler. But then again, for this vehicle, it's lasted 12 years, so I wouldn't condemn it a bad thing. Now it's time to put everything back together and put top of the line oil in the system. Right, John, what are you doing now, mate?
Going to sleep.
What, out in this cold weather, yeah?
I'm changing the oil.
The best cooking oil out there. But yeah, if it was me that provided part, I wouldn't do that. Alright, so that is us done with this Volkswagen Golf. Now we're just bleeding the cooling system and that's it pretty much, waiting for the inside to heat up and hold the heat, just to make sure that there's no air bubbles that's trapped in there. We're gonna go to Arundel now to pick up the parts for the Vauxhall Corsa, so we will see you. Good morning, everyone. It's the following day now, so we are actually diagnosing a Vauxhall Astra. This one is losing power for, well, apparently losing power anyway, for when they're driving along, and then the accelerator pedal will just disable itself and then it will just spew out blue smoke, and then after that it's good to go again, which is a bit odd. But we will have a look anyway to check if the timing on this is fine, and we will also check the cat to see if it's contaminated with oil, because if it is, then that means there's an engine issue here. So be back in a second. Right, we can't really identify any heavy leak that could cause it. This is the main problem that could cause it to lose 5 litres of oil in 500 miles, which is absolutely crazy. We can see some oil dripping out from the valve cover gasket. See it right there, all there. And but that doesn't look like it's 500 litres? 5 litres on the exhaust as well. When you leave it idling for a while, you can actually see soot on the floor, which tells me that this engine is consuming some amount of oil. So we're gonna check the compression. Fingers crossed it's not that, but we'll have a look. We'll run a time lapse. Also, the previous tech, whoever's done it, look at that, loose as anything. This one is tight. Did they over torque it? Who knows? Because apparently he loses power as well, so it might even be that the core pack is coming loose, but we'll see.
So we've just taken out the core pack. Something got left behind.
That's fine, it can be popped back in, but you know.
Yeah, so when you took this out, it was loose on this end.
The cylinder one looks like it's flooded. That looks like it's flooded with oil. I think it's all leaking from the rocker cover. I can't lie to you, man. Can't lie to you, but we'll check. Oh, look at cylinder 2. That's oil right there. Holy. Oh, same with, oh my days. Same with cylinder 3 as well. Yeah, this engine is finished, bro. Engine is done. Alright, let's have a look at cylinder 1. I just want to make this clear. No, I did not impact the spark plugs out. Oh my god. Holy. Do I need to do a compression check on this? I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, mate.
It's finished.
It is done. That is done. For you Vauxhall guys out there, I just want to ask this question because there's a Vauxhall Master Tech that is saying that spark plug showing basically burning oil is due to the timing being out. He's a Master Tech from Vauxhall. I'm not a Master Tech from Vauxhall. I've never worked in Vauxhall, but I've worked on Vauxhall cars and I've never heard such thing. But what he wants us to do is to basically check the timing of the engine, see if it's out or not. If it's out, then he said put it on time. If it's in, then the engine is finished basically. So we'll have a look. I have a good feeling that it's not the timing. Really, really good feeling it's not the timing. Right, so like what I thought, timing is in M9. It's not really out, is it? And as you can see right here, look, it's just gunky as anything. That just tells me that it is not that, you know? That's likely a worn out piston ring or valve stem guides. So we're gonna put this back together, got to the next job. Boom. Good morning everyone. Yes, it's freezing cold today. It's about 4 degrees, so
For the cold.
yeah, for the cold. Now we are here in Ilford doing a Cambelt and water pump on a 1.6 EcoBoost Ford Focus. So it's this vehicle right here. We're going to be replacing all the engine mounts as well, Cambelt and water pump. That is it pretty much. And then after this, we're going to be traveling a long way for a Cambelt and water pump on a VW Crafter. By this point, we are just removing all of the stuff that needs removing, such as the wheel arch, timing cover, etc, etc. And you know, for this one you have to remove the alternator as well. So right, so timing cover and all of that is off. So now we have used our tool here, as you can see, that on the circle bit, and then that one on the flat bit, of course, the cams. I also marked it just in case because my timing tool is not going in properly, but that should be sufficient enough anyway to hold it in place. And obviously at the bottom as well we have a timing pin there. Now all that's left is I'm gonna get John involved to do a timing belt, so this is going to be his first time. Let's get to it. Go on mate, go on. Nice. You getting involved today?
Yeah, mate.
This is probably like the scariest job that you can do, isn't it? Oh look John, the timing is out, look. Oh! Look, timing's out. The timing is out. It's not lining up, man. Why is that? So how was that, John? You putting the first Cambelt in?
Solid, mate.
Is it nerve-wracking?
Not really. I kind of knew what I was doing already anyway, so...
Yeah, from what? Watching me?
Nah, not you, mate. Marvelous Cars.
Oh, right, okay.
Marvelous
Cars on YouTube?
Yeah.
You must be
You guys should watch them. They're
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, there you go. He's done the timing correctly, as you can see. That lines up. And then that one also, oh, you can't see it. That one there also lines up. That one there also lines up. And now, what was the last thing to do, John?
Start the car. Oh.
On a floating crank. On a floating crank.
Let's let it go.
Check tension. Lovely. Okay. Now my question to you is, are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that, mate.
You're happy with that, yeah? Everything is tuned in. Everything is nice. That's nice. So what's the next thing to do now?
Start the car.
Start the car again? We'll start the car, shall we? Yeah. So that's the crank pulley at the bottom. So
where'd you put it?
It's done there, mate.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what?
So, gonna put the crank pulley back on. Take the timing tool, top and bottom, and then we will check if it is timed. Turning it how many times?
Twice at the bottom.
Twice at the bottom.
Alright, let's get to it. Alright, that should butt up, and this two marks here should line up. Go on, turn it clockwise. Did you butt up?
It's butted.
So my question is, are you happy with that? Yeah? Good man. So that is how you do a floating crank. This is the 1.6 EcoBoost non-wet belt, the lovely jubbly one. So now it's time to put everything back together, and we're going to be changing the mounts as well. So we have to remove all of that stuff over there, and then we have to remove the dog bone man and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay everyone, so that is the cam belt done. John is already starting to strip the gearbox mount. Obviously he should have done that earlier, but I'm trying to teach him how to do cam belts and stuff like that. So anyway, okay
Guys, it doesn't start.
we messed the engine up.
No, I'm joking.
Right.
So
I gave myself a little bit of scare. The customer is literally here, and we explained to him why his car was not starting. So I'm stupid. Basically, as you can see, there's a ring on this, reluctant ring, magnetic ring, whatever you want to call it. Obviously this is part of the timing here. If the crank sensor is not reading correctly, the engine will not start. So obviously me getting used to the normal non-EcoBoost 1.6s, I forgot that this has this bit. So now I don't have the special tool for it that goes into that, and without that the engine will not start, because I can only guess so much where it will start, if that makes sense. So now we have to go 23 minutes away and then 23 minutes back to go and get the right timing tool for this. So it is what it is, man. Learning curve. So here we are, the timing tool is in there already. So talking about this one, that tool right there, so it replaces the crankshaft sensor. You put that in, obviously everything is lined up, that's all in the dowel and all, and then you just have to line it up with that, pretty much. Stupid me, that is. Anyway, let's get this started before we start laughing about it. All right, here we go, moment of truth, please.
you should have seen the sigh of relief on his face.
Stupid. My heartbeat is back to normal. Let's get to it. Let's change the mount. Engine mount is back on. Well, gearbox mount, because like what I said, we have to replace it. It's preventative maintenance from the customer, because he knows that it's very common for this to fail. So he's just taking care of his vehicle. Unlike many others.
Unlike Mike.
What? Unlike my brother, you mean? Because his car is now on the limp mode. It's a 2017 Mercedes.
Alright, quick story time, we nearly died. In whose van? Our van.
No, not me, mate. What are you talking about? Sorry, mate. You mean your family van, yeah?
Anyways.
Where's the other one, John? It's not this one. That was adventurous, man, but we learned. The next one, we are going to be going on a Cambelt and water pump for a Volkswagen Crafter, I believe. But anyway, this is where I'm going to end the video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.